Are you looking for the best 3D printer under $500? In this video we will look at some of the best 3D printer under $500 on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1, Creality Ender 3 Neo. The Creality Ender 3 Neo tops our rankings of the best 3D printers for under $500. For the excellent price to performance value on offer, Creality are a highly regarded 3D printer brand, and this plucky model highlights exactly why. The Ender 3 Neo specifications include features you'd expect from pricier options, notably a fairly sizable build volume of 300mm by 300mm by 320mm, a power recovery mode, a heated bed, and a tight filament pathway. The results speak to this with superb quality prints for the price. As an FDM printer using standard 1.75mm filament, the Ender 3 Neo is ideal for those that want to keep costs down moving forward. Number 2, Elegoo Mars 4 Max 3D Printer. The Elegoo Mars 4 Max topped out our list of the best resin 3D printers, and for good reason. Combining excellent resin printing with an excellent price, this 3D printer creates incredible resin prints with ease. Fitted with a 4K LCD screen and an above-average build volume for resin printers, the Mars 4 Max comes as a pre-assembled unit, which when paired with the KitaBox software, means almost instantaneous out-of-the-box usage. We can't overstate how easy this printer is to use. If you need to use this at a hobbyist level for small resin designs or miniatures, you'll get on very well. The results are nothing short of remarkable for a sub-$500 3D printer: fine details, blemishless surfaces, and excellent all-round quality. The print speeds offered by the Mars 4 Max are surprisingly fast and easily dwarf competitor budget models and even pricier alternatives. This is thanks to Elegoo incorporating a monochrome LCD for the masking process, which drastically reduces the time it takes for the resin to harden up and cure. Of course, you'll be limited to only printing with resin should you choose the Mars 4 Max. Additionally, we do have an axe to grind about the noise this 3D printer gives off. As though these units are generally noisy by default, this one manages to up the decibels even further. This is a manageable issue, however, and we still highly recommend the Mars 4 Max as the best resin 3D printer under $500. Number 3, Anycubic Cobra 2 Pro. Though the Mars 4 Max was too noisy, the Anycubic Cobra 2 Pro has the opposite problem. It's so quiet that you can forget it's running. Boasting a fast print speed and respectable build volume, this 3D printer is a bargain under $500. A major selling point of the Cobra 2 Pro is its one-click vibration adjustment. The slightest of movements can have majorly detrimental effects on your 3D printer, but this unit utterly minimizes them. It's also one of the only 3D printers under $500 to feature automatic leveling for even easier use. The magnetic build plate makes for easy removal of models, which can be made from filaments such as PLA, ABS and PETC. There's a reason that the Cobra 2 Pro doesn't take the crown for best 3D printer under $500. However, the rudimentary control scheme makes it difficult for beginners, and unintentionally means that this entry-level 3D printer is harder to master. It's also quite a bulky model, so isn't ideal for those working with limited space. But for limited budgets and a gamut of automated features, the Cobra 2 Pro is still a superb 3D printer. Number 4, Soval SV04. At a reasonable price and with the latest direct drive extruder technology, the Soval SV04 is a top-notch 3D printer under $500 and a worthwhile addition to any design studio for great quality color 3D printing. The SV04 can print models up to 300mm by 300mm by 400mm, which is plenty for most people who don't need a heavy-duty printer for commercial purposes. It uses 2 extruders to produce crisp and clean colors on your objects. The direct drive extruders are much smaller in size, and are capable of higher precision than their regularly sized counterparts. The dual extruders mean that you can print multiple models at once or in multiple colors. Are less important, but welcome nonetheless, feature is the easy-to-use Soval software, which is quick to understand and allows you to pause a print should you run out of filament or suffer a power issue. However, there are some issues with the SV04. The printer's auto-leveling consistency can vary, causing unwanted wobble that can ruin the printing process. You may need to do a few practice prints to run it in, which isn't ideal for those wanting as little waste as possible. For a veteran designer wanting a larger 3D printer with more varied color options, it's hard to beat the Soval SV04. Number 5. Monoprice Voxel. If you need a compact and user-friendly enclosed 3D printer, then the Monoprice Voxel is the ideal solution. With a modest build size of 150mm by 150mm by 150mm, this unassuming unit does a lot with a little. Employing premium features like automated leveling, the Voxel makes for an accessible and easy start to 3D printing. The print bed itself is flexible, which reduces the chance of your designs snapping when done. You've got a range of filament to choose from, including PLA and ABS. And for more intensive or specific 3D prints you can even quickly and easily swap out the print nozzles. All of this versatility and accessibility makes this 3D printer ideal for beginners, kids or anyone looking for a high-quality entry-level 3D printer that can scale with their skill level. That said, though the filament selection is wide, the size of the spools is quite small. This is likely due to the limited build volume, but it does make for frequent and cumbersome refilling of the filament. Other than that, we highly recommend the Monoprice Voxel as a compact entry-level 3D printer.